Hello, welcome back for today's our base title about the SWOT analysis of the hydrogen economy expansion in Africa, which has the strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. One is from the strengths, internal strength is abundance renewable energy resources like solar, wind, hydro, geothermal, suitable for the low cost green hydrogen production, vast land availability for large scale renewable energy projects, rich reserves of critical minerals like platinum, manganese, cobalt, nickel, and so on and so forth. Needs for the hydrogen technologies. Strategic geographic proximity to the European, Middle East, Asia for the hydrogen exports, growing young workforce and expanding labor market, increased commitment to renewable energy and climate policies, opportunities to leapfrog to clean energy technologies without heavy fossil fuel dependencies. This is also some of specific example from strengthen. Then we will move into the weakness. Internal weakness has some of the list of challenges, including high upfront capital cost for electrolyzer, storage and transport infrastructure, limited hydrogen production, storage and distribution in infrastructure, inadequate electricity grid and unreliable power supply in many regions, limited technical expertise and skilled workforce in hydrogen technologies, weak research and innovation ecosystems in many countries, fragmented regulatory frameworks and lack of harmonized hydrogen standards, limited domestic demand for hydrogen due to its underdeveloped heavy industries. These are some of the weaknesses. What about the opportunity from external one? Here is a rising global demand for green hydrogen and green ammonium driven by commitment, driven by net zero commitment, storage, international climate finance and green investment opportunity, growing export markets in the Europe, Japan, South Korea, and other industrialized economies, industrialization through green steel, green fertilizer, chemicals, and sustainable fuels, development of regional hydrogen corridors under the African continental free trade area. This is our opportunistic program. In addition, technology transfer and international partnership with advanced hydrogen economies, job creation in renewable energy manufacturing, logistics, and research, carbon markets, and green certification can increase the competitiveness of African exports. Lastly, there will be some of the threats from external parts. One is intense competition from the Australia, Chile, Middle East, the US, and the Latin America. Rapid technological changes may take current investments obsolete. Global hydrogen prices may decline, reducing project profitability. Policy uncertainty and changing international trade regulations, water scarcity in arid regions may constrain hydrogen production without desalination. Policy instability, governance challenge, and investment risks in some countries depends on imported hydrogen technologies and equipment could limit local value addition. Inadequate financing and high borrowing costs may delay large-scale deployment. This all is some of the SWOT analysis lists. And within this one, there will be the strategic implication or towards matrix from strategy types has the implication or the matrix will have a coupling program. One is SO, WO, ST, and WT. SO means strengthen with opportunity, weakness with opportunity, strength with threats, weakness with threat. This all. One, SO, strength with opportunity. The recommended action for Africa includes leverage abundant renewable resource to become a leading producer of green hydrogen, establish green industrial zones, expand exports of green ammonia, green steel, and sustainable fuels. WO, weakness with opportunity. The recommended action is use international climate finance, technology transfer, and public-private partnership to address infrastructure, skills, and financing gaps. Strengthen the research institution and workforce development. Third, ST, strengthen with high strength with reducing threats by develop competitive production costs through low cost renewable electricity, diversify export market, promote local manufacturing of hydrogen equipment to reduce import dependence. WT, weakness with reduction of threats. Harmonize hydrogen policy across Africa, improve governance and investment framework, invest in water to efficient technologies, example desalination in water recycling, and gradually build domestic hydrogen demand stories, exposure to volatile exports market. This all the strategic framework. Lastly, we will see key strategy takeaways, the priority area and the recommended action. One, the area is renewable energy, industrial development, infrastructure, policy and regulation, human capital, finance, international cooperation, and lastly, regional integration. The recommended action will be for renewable energy is maximize Africa's solar, wind, hydrogen, and geothermal potential for competitive green hydrogen production. For industrial development, use hydrogen to develop green steel, fertilizer, chemicals, mining, and manufacturing, rather than focusing solely on exports. About infrastructure, invest in hydrogen hubs, pipelines, storage facilities, ports, and renewable energy transmissions. About policy and regulation, develop harmonized hydrogen standard certification system and supportive investment policies across the African Union. In terms of human capital, strengthen university programs, technical trainings in hydrogen research centers. In terms of finance, mobilize public and private partnership, development finance institutions, carbon market, and climate funds. Lastly, international cooperation, build long-term partnership with the European Union, USA, Chinese, Japanese, Korea, Gulf countries for investment, technology transfer, and market access. Lastly, regional integration, use the African Continental Free Trade Area to establish the regional hydrogen value chain and cross-border infrastructure. So this will be the chapter 2 points. So until we meet the next time, thank you very much. See you soon.